And welcome. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SouthEATS. Get it? SouthEATS. It's a fish sauce face off. And I am doing, honestly, what I've always been meant to do, which is to host food shows.
Yes.
This is exactly, this is why I came to this country. Okay. I'm Jenny Yang, and this South Eats fundraiser is being hosted by Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta. Let's see some love for Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta in the chat. This is the time. Listen, I can't hear you, but we can see your chat, so please stay involved. And yes, so I am Jenny Yang. I'm your host today. I'm a comedian, actor, and writer, and I don't know, a lover of food and saucy things. So that's why I'm here. And I support the mission of advancing justice, even though I wish I could do this in person in Atlanta because I've never been to Atlanta. I wish I could eat all the food. But we have a really amazing event for you today. We're raising funds, but we're also seeing the beauty that is our cuisines, right? And so let me introduce to you our chefs, because they will be competing for sauciest recipe. Who decides? Who knows? Maybe it's me, because I can't taste it. It's a pandemic. This is online. I'm in Palm Springs right now. What are we doing? Okay. So, we're going to decide whose recipe is the sauciest. You obviously can weigh in the chat. You know, I'm not going to tell you the formula for how much your chat will weigh in the methodology of deciding the winner. But this is America, and only one person can win. We can't all win. So this is why we're going to declare a winner, even though it's probably completely meaningless. All right. So right now, let me introduce our competing chefs. Representing the East Coast is Jessica Kim. Yeah, clap it up for Jessica Kim. Jess Kim, how are you?
Hi, y'all. Feels so
Hi.
good.
You feeling good? Okay, I love it.
My name's Jess. I'm the Korean and Wise Hospitality Group. Yeah, feeling great. Ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. So let me introduce you, Jess.
Y'all hear me?
Jess, yeah, hold on. We're going to get to the food. Just want to make sure people know who you are. Jess is a Korean American born
Yeah,
in New
absolutely.
York. Yeah, born in New York, but Georgia raised. Okay, see, that's great. Georgia raised.
Absolutely.
Jess is
Okay.
the executive chef of Ramen Station, a Korean wives hospitality group restaurant in Atlanta, Georgia. This is amazing. Jess, are you excited? How are you feeling right now?
Yes. I'm so very good. I'm in club mode. Ready to rock and roll. Come on,
Ready to
let's
rock
go.
and roll. Great. And we're going to get to your food, but let's introduce our other competing chef. Today we are talking to from the West Coast. Yay, West Coast. We have Deep Tran. What's up, Deep?
Woo! Hey,
What's up? Look at that. I love the floating camera. We're seeing some of your mise en place. How are you feeling?
I feel good. I feel that this is like a dream come true. I feel like I'm in a Knight's Tale and you're Chaucer hyping me up before a battle.
Oh, we're getting old school, old school, old school on that reference.
Am I Heath Ledger? What?
Let me get some of the bio on you, Deep. Right now, Deep, if you don't know, Deep is a former chef and owner of Good Girl Dinette in Los Angeles. R.I.P. for now. She's been featured in Vogue, New York Times, Lucky Peach, and Saveur. Listen, this is a food show, okay? I'm going to pronounce all the French words. Her television appearances include the Netflix series Ugly Delicious and KCET's Migrant Kitchen and Taste Made. And today, Deep is the head chef of research and development for Red Boat Fish Sauce, y'all. See, we got experts here. We got experts here. And by the way, I don't know, before we get to the ingredients, as you know, today is a fundraiser, but because of Deep's participation, we are viewers who donated more than $50 will receive some cool swag. We don't know if there's fish sauce in there. It's a mystery swag bag. Who knows? Okay. And of course, before we get to the recipes, I just want you to all know I couldn't be out here in Palm Springs hosting this thing, watching people cook food, okay, without getting my own food. So I straight up went to, I was like, okay, what's open right now? One of our fish sauciest cuisines, Filipino food. You know what? They honor the fish sauce, so I got me some lumpia. Thank you. And
Right.
I got some tocino silog. Listen, can you see it? Oh, can you? Oh, here we go. Oh God. Oh, there it is. Shout out to the Filipinos. Shout out to the Filipinos. So I'm gonna be eating while we watch. Okay, here we go with the recipes. Let's see this. Deep. Let's check out your ingredients. What are you making for us today in the next 45 minutes?
I'm making you an appetizer. It's pretty much like make your own wraps. So we're gonna marinate the minced shrimp with fish
Ooh,
sauce,
yeah.
and then we're gonna coat it in cassava
Ooh.
and some diaspora turmeric, and then we're gonna fry it, and then we're gonna make wraps using local lettuces and spring roll paper, and also these really fun, nifty instant banhoy, which are noodles.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do two dips. So this is a ginger dip, and this is a peanut dip, and they're both fish sauce based.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for laying that out. What would you call this dish?
I guess like a wrap party.
A wrap party. A shrimp fish sauce wrap party. Great.
Yes.
Thank you, Deep. So that's what we're working on the West Coast. Here in the South, Jess, what's your recipe and what are your ingredients?
All
We're
right.
gonna. Oh, let's try that again because
So
we're
we're
getting a little
tasting
lag.
caldo de fedua.
Okay, Jess, let's try that again.
Okay.
Let's
We're going to be
start
making
over.
a caldo. Okay, yes. Got
Go
it?
ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to be making a caldo de pato con fedua. So this is going to be from my Spanish background. I've decided to use a Western style fish sauce as opposed to an Asian fish sauce. Competing with a Vietnamese chef is going to be a little difficult. So I'm going to do a little Spanish influence kind of a dish. So it's essentially a duck noodle soup dish. And when we think of duck noodle soup, it's like, we think of Asian cuisine. So this is going to be a little multicultural. Here is, what do the YouTubers do? Right? Flor de Garum. So garum is it's a Western style fish sauce from Spain. So we're going to be using noodles called fedua, some duck breast. I have a nice duck broth going. So it's almost like pho-esque with a little ramen-esque and fish.
Jess,
Yeah,
Jess,
like
I'm very impressed.
Yes.
Do you hear do our viewers hear the strategy here? Okay, Jess was like, "Listen, I'm not going to compete on this fish sauce level with this Vietnamese chef who's also a R&D for Red Boat.
Absolutely
I am
not.
gonna, if she's gonna zig, I'm gonna zag. I'm gonna go Western style fish sauce. See, Jess, this is why
Eastern
you're
versus Western. All right.
this is why you're a pro. Okay, so I'm so excited. We got caldo de pato and a shrimpy wrap party. That's who's competing right now. Those are the two dishes that we're doing. Let's get cooking, yeah. Let's get cooking. I feel like I want to say LA cuisine, just like Iron Chef, but no, we're not going to copy that. Let's get cooking. Fish sauce face off.
Please do.
Get going. Yes. So y'all get cooking. We're going to check in with you periodically, but in between the updates, okay, we are going to obviously check in with our Advancing Justice team because we have on deck right here our Executive Director of Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta to greet us, Stephanie Cho, everyone.
Yay!
Stephanie,
Hey.
talk to us.
Hi. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today, particularly the chefs. I love food, so this is such a really great infusion of everything that I really love. And I'm so blessed to have all these folks be here today. And I love that you're eating, Jenny. That's great. And hopefully this makes people sort of hungry. I guess maybe the question might be, why food? Why during this time? Why are we doing this as a fundraiser? Well, one is because for Asian Americans, food is so important to us. It's survival. It's also celebrations. It means so much to us. And when we think about this year, particularly in the pandemic, Asian American restaurants, Asian American individuals have been really affected by everything that's been happening. And us as an organization in the South, really trying to uplift the Asian American civic life and participation has definitely been a struggle. But what we're seeing is so many people coming together. And for us as an organization, our work is very, very vital this year. You'll hear from the staff, the board, who are doing wonderful work in the community. So that will be happening with each department as we go on. But I want to also take a time to thank our wonderful sponsors. Usually we have a big gala. I'd be wearing sequins. Maybe you would be flying in and emceeing such a lovely event, but next year maybe. And so our sponsors this year are Cox, Georgia Power, and AT&T. So we really want to thank you for that. In addition to that, we've been raising money to make sure that folks come and attend this event. And so we're on par. We just need a little bit more money so that we can get to our goal. So hopefully you have some money, you see this online. You can also donate later. You can send the link later and have folks donate. Please donate this year. You'll hear more about our wonderful programs and what we're doing in the community to really uplift the Asian American community here in Georgia and the Southeast.
Well, Stephanie, I'm excited. I have a quick question though. You might want to unmute yourself. Do we have a goal for today? Do we have a fundraising goal?
We do have a fundraising goal. We'd like to get to 35,000. We are at, yeah. So we'd like to get to 35,000. I think that that's possible today. So please send the link. You're watching it. It's making you hungry. You wish you could have it in person. Please consider to donate and support what's happening here in Georgia and the Southeast. Even if you're not in Georgia, please consider donating to this cause.
Listen, Georgia is one of those states where we need to support our Asian American communities the most, especially us super privileged folks who are in California. Come on, you know, life is different outside of California and New York, okay? So we want to make sure we can support all of our communities throughout the country, especially in a state like Georgia. So, all right, I think it's time. We're going to check back into the cooking. I'm going to start first with Jess. Jess, can you hear me? Jess, I see you're focused. You're focused on searing right now. Tell me what you're searing.
So I bought a whole duck breast, a whole duck, and I removed the breast, and now I'm doing a sear on it right now. You always want to start with a cold pan so you can render out as much fat as
render out as much fat as possible. See, that's news to me. So Jess, can you hear me?
All right. Rendered out. Yes.
Yeah, I that's news to me. I didn't know about that little technique because I remember it was always like searing high. You want to give a good sear, but if you want to render out the fat, then you start with a cold pan.
Right. So I saved all the bone and the carcasses, and I'm making this duck stock. So I roasted the duck in about a 400-degree oven for about 30-45 minutes, and you're gonna pour that into the stock pot and then pour spring. I also have some really cool aromatics, kind of reminiscent of like pho ingredients. So I have some like charred ginger, some charred onions, there's star anise, there's cinnamon, coriander, fennel, just keeps going on and on. And I'm gonna let that go low in 4 hours. It's about reached its 4 hour mark right now, so it's good to strain. And now over here, I have some fideo steak, which is the broken Spanish noodle. So kind of like angel hair pasta. So toasted, I would do for risotto. You want to get some of that starch out, and it's okay if you get a little color. It gives it a nice bitterness, which is okay in this dish.
Amazing.
Now I'm going to add some water real quick. Yeah.
Add some water after you toasted it.
Water, cook it down just little by little until it's cooked all the way. You don't want to add it all at once, otherwise it'll overcook and be mushy. So just a little bit at a time, let it go.
All right. And so we have a
back burner right here.
Oh yeah, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Go ahead. Yeah. There's more. Tell us about the back burner.
So we have something called a sofrito, which is like a Spanish aromatic, kind of stewed down vegetable consisting of onions, peppers, and tomatoes. I threw a little bit of a saffron, some sweet and hot paprika. Just a little bit of oil, and then we're basically we're cooking the 1 hour kimchi out of that.
Wait,
So
what
there
is
was that in the box.
Jess, what did you
Yeah.
say? Where after you said about you said you're confying something?
So essentially, we're confying the vegetables, so it's like cooked all the way down to almost a paste.
Got it. Okay.
Right
So Jess, we have a question. You're
there, yeah, and then we're gonna use that kimchi bit.
it's
That's
lagging a
the,
little bit.
I
Okay.
know.
So, what do you? So we have a question for you.
Sure.
From Bonnie, they wanted to know what is the cut of the duck meat that you are using.
So we're gonna be serving duck breast, and that'll be our presentation protein. But essentially, I'm using the entire duck. So there's
Got
neck
it.
bones in there, there's thighs, the entire carcass that I've roasted to make this really rich.
Yeah, I love that. So this is great. So we got the lay of the land. We're searing the protein. It's the duck breast. We got the essentially quote unquote pho broth going, and there's even a sofrito that's turned into essentially a paste, and then the noodles are actually activating right now. Remember, you can donate with the bit.ly/SouthEATS South 2020 link. It's good. We're gonna regularly post it up there so you could donate. $5, $20, $100, who knows? You can do that. All right, let's check in with Deep real quick. Deep, how are you doing over there?
Well,
Let's
good.
tell us about what you got going on.
Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is a pickle to go because you want to add some pickles to your rolls.
Mm.
So here's just carrots and daikon. Daikon super important to get just because if you this is a hack to use using the new Red Boat Nook Jum concentrate where you need the liquid from the daikon to express so that it becomes a more balanced sauce. So you can use any kind of carrot. I just use like golden carrot just so it looks better on camera, but you can use any kind of old carrots, turnips, anything that's kind of a root vegetable, celeriac, whatever. So it's kind of clean up the fridge kind of stuff, anything that won't like fall apart. Like you probably don't want to do a cucumber unless you de-seed it,
Yeah,
so
because it could
that's
get really watery.
yes.
Yeah.
Because and it's not just like daikon gets watery. I mean, it expresses, but it stays crisp. So that's kind of what you're looking for. And then that's going to be the first, because then while that's kind of like marinating and doing a quick pickle, I'm going to do the rest of the kind of like almost like the main event, which is this shrimp turmeric fritter made with cassava. So this is just minced shrimp. We're going to put green onions in there. We're going to put as little as many as you'd like, because it's kind of like this is a cross between like a shrimp fritter and like a bancay, which is like a turmeric cassava fritter. So this is kind of like a meshing of two of my favorite things, bantom and bancay. And
Nice.
so as much of this you want, a little bit of garlic, and then of course a splash of fish sauce, and you're gonna mush it all together. And I'll show you that next time, because then I'm gonna mush and get my hands all dirty. But yeah, so that's and then
Great.
So there's fish sauce in the turmeric, there's fish sauce in the pickle, and then there's gonna be fish sauce in the nook jum, the dipping.
Okay, well, and we'll check in on that later. Thank you. That's a great lay of the land. We're just fish saucing everything, right? That's basically what we're doing. We have a quick question. Dan is asking, what's the deal with all the different kinds of Red Boat fish sauce, and how would you use each one?
The deal is there's so many to choose from. So what people are mostly familiar with would be the 40N, which is the 40N just means that it has four degrees. It's a way to measure how much protein. Nitrogen is a way to measure how much protein is in it. So this just tells you it's a quality fish sauce, because kind of diluted fish sauce has a lower protein level. So it's just like a marker of quality. But there's a 50N, which is kind of like you can't really control the fish sauce and make like completely control the fish sauce making process. So sometimes, like, because the anchovies are richer, they're fattier, it's a good rainy season, whatever it is, they just produce this amazing high protein content fish sauce, and that's 40N. So that's the different ones. They also age it. You can age, because there's we work with a company called Blee, and they age it in barrel. So it has a smoky, and then they smoke it. So
so you just got variations, but the ones that most people are familiar with would be the 40N.
Yeah, this is your beginner, and then if you really want to just kind of go into a rabbit hole of like, oh, what other things can fish sauce do, then that's when you go and see these iterations. And you see a lot of this iteration more in Vietnam. Like there's like, there are all these different protein content. It's kind of like a stunt thing. You kind of like remember when like every beer maker, craft beer maker wanted to like the most alcoholic
Oh,
beer.
I see. Oh, so it's like a flex. It's a big
It's
flex.
a flex. It shows you that you're a good fish sauce maker
Got
if you
it.
know to create a fish sauce that has a higher protein.
Okay, sounds good, Deep. All right, we're gonna check back in with our cooks, our chefs in a bit. But right now, I think it's time to hear a little bit more about Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta's work, right? I think Stephanie, you're back, right? Where are we gonna meet the team?
Yeah, we're going to do civic engagement and organizing team is up.
Ooh, hello, hello.
Elim, you're up.
Hi. Okay,
Hello.
so my name is E. I also go by Esther, as it says in my little name tag right there. I'm the Director of Organizing and Civic Engagement. So a couple of things about what we do. A lot of our work is kind of categorized into two spots. So we have civic engagement on one side, which is all of our voter outreach work, which is incredibly important this year, as we all know. The really big goal of doing that is getting like our historically marginalized communities essentially to change their relationship to power within the electoral realm, right? So getting them to change their behaviors by voting more, voting with more information, being more knowledgeable about how they're doing, and then also engaging in the elections on another level by protecting the vote, right? And protecting the right to vote and helping interpret for other people and making sure that everybody who has the right to vote actually can access that power. And then on the other side of that, we have our organizing arm, which is led by our fabulous organizing team, Annie and Ali. They are working primarily on mutual aid on one side. That's Annie's piece, right? And it's basically to make sure that our communities are getting their basic needs met, or that we're helping do that in whatever ways we can, right? So that's meant hygiene kits, it's meant food drives. Annie just got 400 grocery boxes a week. So that's a really, really exciting advancement that we've just gotten. And then Ali is actually organizing a queer, trans, gender nonconforming, LGBTQ like youth force in the North Metro Atlanta area, which is really exciting. So these are going to be people who are going to be organizing for political education, for abolition, among any other issue campaign we decide that we need to work on, right? So that includes getting cops out of schools or getting ICE out of Gwinnett, any number of things. So we're really, really excited about all of the things that are coming up this year. And I'm actually going to pull my team up so they can introduce themselves.
Hi friends, my name's Ali Teray. My pronouns today are either Ali or Teray, and as he mentioned, I'm one of the organizers with Advancing Justice Atlanta. So hey, it's me.
Hi everyone. Is this working? Hi, my name is Annie. I'm the other outreach coordinator. My pronouns are they, them. Yeah.
Come through, team.
I'll go next. Hello, everybody. My name is Anthony. I'm a civic engagement coordinator here, and please donate now.
And then we got one last person.
I'm with Anthony. Hello, everyone. My name is Quinn Wynn. I am also a civic engagement coordinator for Advancing Justice Atlanta. And yeah, please donate.
I love how even muted Quinn was so hype, like we could see it. That was your team, huh, Esther?
Yep, that's them.
That's great. I love that. Thank you for the overview. Stephanie, who are we back to the chefs or do we have more to talk about right now?
Let's check in with the chefs real quick because I've seen some developments and then we'll go back and check in with the team.
All right. Oh my God, Jess, you've been doing so much. Just earlier while they were talking about civic engagement and mutual aid and LGBTQ trans youth, you were cutting up the most delectable looking medium boiled egg.
Oh yeah, it's a very slutty egg right there.
Oh, the
so
sluttiest.
That's a duck egg. Oh yeah.
A duck egg.
To achieve that, you would have to start with cold water and then bring it up to boil and then cut the heat and then just let it sit for 7 minutes and then you can get a runny egg just like that.
Oh, I love that. Okay,
That's
good.
going to go in our duck noodle soup.
Great. What other developments do we have? I see some noodles.
So I was taking some, so that same sofrito, which also has fish sauce in it, the flor de garum that I'm using, that's a Spanish varietal. I added some of that in there and then some bok choy. It is closest to a Napa cabbage. So it links really well to this dish. So I salted it, rinsed it, and I added the sofrito, and then just let it kind of sit and marinate in that sofrito. Yes.
Ooh, that's going to be that's sort of going to be a topping on top of the noodle soup.
Right. Absolutely.
I am
this is the
salivating.
finished product of the fideuà noodles.
Fideuà.
So this is the finished product of the fideuà. So once it's done cooking, I will put a cheat tray to kind of cool a little bit and then grate some lemon zest to give it a little like bright flavor to that as well. It is such a heavy dish. A little lemon zest goes a long way. That's ready to plate up right there.
Yeah. And then actually, because people might not be familiar with the taste of the sort of Spanish fish sauce that you're talking about, would you mind describing that to us and maybe even if you want to compare?
Yeah, absolutely. So garum is essentially, in its purest form, just fish, water, and salt. It is derived from the Roman Empire. So this is like their table sauce, like how we use ketchup or like our own fish sauce or soy sauce or whatever. So this is more salty than it is like, I guess, fishy. The initial taste is very salinic and then goes to like a super umami. And then you get that hint of fish at the very end. So I can eat a spoonful of this and not like throw up. Pretty good.
Great. So what's the name of it if we wanted to look up this type of fish sauce?
So this one is Spanish varietal called flor de garum.
Garum, how do you spell that? G-A-R-U. Oh, I see.
F-L.
G-A-R-U-M. Great. Flor de garum.
And then garum is G-A-R-U-M. Yes.
Got it. Is there a particular region that this is from?
So this is a Spanish one. It is made here, but they say it's Spanish because it's infused with some spices that are Spanish.
Oh, got it. Anchovies. Great.
It's a little bottle.
Got it. Thank you, Jess. Let's take a quick look at what Diep is doing. Let's head over to Diep. Diep, what's going on now?
Okay, so we're I mix the green onions, the garlic, and the chilies with the shrimp, and now I'm squeezing out the cassava, and I'm adding a little bit of turmeric, which I use diaspora turmeric, which everybody should. If you use turmeric, you should use this brand because Sana is an amazing person, a queer founder of a company that makes amazing spices that what she's trying to do is imbue more equity in the spice trade.
Oh, that's good to know.
Or she decolonizes the spice trade. So it's just like, like all of our countries have all these natural resources that people just take from it. And so Sana is trying to do she's South Asian, going back, looking at small farmers and giving them like 7 times more pay than usually spice makers like you don't know about, So it's like really if you care about that stuff, and I think if you're watching this, you do. This is an amazing product, and it's just superior.
Awesome.
I challenge anybody to like try this and try something else and say that this is not superior.
Great. So diaspora.
So here's how you do the cassava. Here's grated cassava, and it's pretty watery, because it's this is a frozen brand, but just squeeze it out until it's when you're frying, you don't want too much moisture, because it will just splatter and degrade the oil. So this is a way to preserve your oil, but don't throw away this liquid that you see in the bottom, Jenny, because the
I dare not.
The sediments will fall to the bottom, and when you drain out the water, it's tapioca flour.
Stop it. This is where it comes from. Listen, I need to know more about cassava roots.
So that's how you do it, and see how it's so at the end of the show, I'll decant this once the sediments fall to the bottom, and you can see it.
Great. So we're prepping. So we're prepping the cassava flour and turmeric mixture for the shrimp before it fries. Okay.
Exactly.
Awesome. Then we'll check back. The Fair Spice brand is called Diaspora. If you guys wanted to know, Diaspora Company, there it is on the camera. And we're about to check back in with Stephanie and our Asian Americans Advancing Justice Atlanta team. How's it going, Steph?
It's great. I wanted to bring up our policy and advocacy team. It's a mighty team of two right now. Levita and Karuna, you're up.
Come through.
Hi, everyone. My name is Levita Tuff.
First, I got to talk about the necklace because thank you. Thank you for the necklace.
Yes.
I had to make sure that I had the right lighting, and
someone got ready for the camera.
Listen, I'm always good lighting. I'm always prepared. Always. Okay. Always.
Yes.
But yes, I am Levita Tuff, and I am the senior policy advocate here at Advancing Justice Atlanta. And I'm really, really excited to be serving as a senior policy advocate, working on some really cool stuff. Like right now, we have a campaign called Dear Georgia, where we're trying to make sure that every voice is heard, every vote is counted, which is really, really important and crucial when we're talking about moving Georgia forward and making it a better place for all. We can't do that if everyone isn't included in the voting process. And so we're pushing back on the state to make sure that LEP voters have in-language resources. We're making sure that we have drop boxes available around the state so that folks can vote in a very safe, secure, and accessible manner. And so my job here with Advancing Justice is really to continue to support the work and the legacy that already came before me and pushing for really great policies that support families in Georgia. I'll kick it off to Karuna.
Hey everyone, I'm Karuna Ramachandran, Director of Strategic Partnerships. My neck feels really bare, comparatively. But just a quick word about census, because we all know census is still going on. If you didn't know, you still have until October 31st to get that completed. So tell all your people to do it now, because census is just as important as voting. We have to be counted because we need the resources. We need the representation, and we cannot be made invisible. And that's what a lot of people are trying to do. So I just want to shout out to all of our community partners. We have an amazing coalition of partners that have been working for over a year, multi-ethnic, multiracial, in communities all over the state, trying to get out the count, because I don't know if everybody on the call knows this, but Asian Americans are one of the fastest growing population in Georgia. So we need to be counted, because as we grow, we need the resources, we need the representation. And if you've taken the census, and if you have the time or the space, call your senator and advocate that they support and protect the census reporting deadlines, because we need to make sure that when the data gets reported back to our states, it's good data that we can rely on and that we can use next year. So you can do that. You can call your senators and advocate for that right now. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much to our Advancing Justice team. If you haven't donated yet, listen, think about all of the Starbucks money that you have not been wasting since the pandemic. All right. Let's just redirect that. All right. $20, $50, $100. Listen, I don't know you. You might be a baller. $250, $255. Asians love a good five. All right. All right. So let's check back in. We are almost to the finish. I know, frying is going to be a quick process for Diep. So we're going to keep Diep going, but let me check in with Jess. Let's check in with Jessica. Jess, oh my goodness. I saw that while we were talking, there was some greens thrown into your duck stock. Can you tell us about what those greens were? I was very curious. It was almost like to finish, right?
So anytime, right. So anytime I make a flavor-filled broth and you want to save it and use it the next day, it kind of loses some of that aroma. And so in this broth, I've added a little bit of mint, some cilantro stems, and a little bit of tarragon, because it does have that similar anise flavor.
Beautiful.
So it'll just bring it out more, so it's aromatic when you're eating it, and it's just a great way to finish off the stock.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yeah, you could look at us. That I love that. I was so curious. So tarragon, and oh gosh,
Little
did you say
cilantro stems and
cilantro?
some mint,
Hmm.
right?
I love that. So that kind of brightens it up right before you serve, last minute, and you strain the broth. So is that so? You're almost ready to plate, yeah?
It's ready. I'm ready to play. Yep.
Okay, so
The
let's check
duck's
back in.
ready. It's resting right now.
The duck breast. Can we take a look? Actually, yeah. Let's take a look at the ingredients before we plate. So let's check out the duck breast. How are we looking on that duck breast? Tell us
Here's the duck
how
breast.
it's looking.
You want a nice a nice rare, medium rare, because we're gonna spoon some hot broth onto it. It's gonna continue to cook. So I have it at a good rare right now, super crispy. So you want to like sear that for 8 minutes on one side for like 80% of the time, and then like a minute or two on the other side, because you want that crispy duck breast skin.
Yeah, that's
And then right
that's why we're
here,
here. We're here
we
for
have
the
some
duck
toppings.
skin.
So we're topping it like and we're gonna top it just like we do like ramen or pho. So here I have some shiitake mushrooms, some blanched bean sprouts, tomatoes, that duck egg you saw, and the bok choy sofrito kimchi that I've made. And that's gonna be really tasty.
I am dying to eat this right now. This is so unfair. Where can we wait? Actually, before we get to Deep,
yeah,
where can we?
so you can make it at home.
Yeah, we have the recipe available for all of our viewers. But if we wanted to support you, if we're visiting Atlanta, I know we don't know what the sort of policies are for social distance dining. But what are where could we eat your food?
So I am stationed at Ramen Station with the Korean Wives Hospitality Group.
That's right, Ramen Station.
So I'll mostly be making ramen, but in a few weeks, hopefully we can do some pop-ups and you guys can taste some of my food as well.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, I'd love to hear that. Okay, so let's check back in with Deep before we plate. Deep, I see the frying is happening. Oh my goodness, the frying happens quickly, so I feel like you're almost ready to plate.
Yes, so here's what it looks like once you make the little patties.
Ooh.
Okay,
and
so
that's like there's like shrimp. It's like chopped up shrimp with the cassava and turmeric.
Yes. So and then this is what it looks like when it comes out. So you kind of want to make it a little oblong. I mean, you can always break it up when you make the rolls, but you kind of don't want like a big old round because then you have to break it up some more.
Because we're wrapping. It's a wrap party.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So, and also you want to just wait a little bit before you put in the wrapper, or else you're just going to wilt your lettuce.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to wait on this a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
We don't want a wilted lettuce. What temperature do you usually fry at for stuff like this?
With this one, I go lower. I go like no more than 325 because turmeric can burn. So you want the turmeric to become aromatic, but you don't want it to burn. So 325. It doesn't take that long to cook. This was what, 2 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that, 3 minutes. So yeah, so not too high. Even 300 is fine too. But what is super important to me is I like to use rice bran oil, which is just like a cleaner oil. It doesn't degrade as fast, so you can
rice bran oil.
Yes, so that's what makes Japanese tempura really amazing. It's the oil. So okay. Pro tip. And so you can find it at most Japanese supermarkets. And then so now we're just gonna assemble. So I have these just look at this freaking beautiful. This is called a speckled lettuce, and this is from our Hollywood Farmers Market. And it's just beautiful. You can use any old kind, but this is amazing.
It's your chance to show off all your market lettuces, right?
I know, right? I know. It's like I don't shop for clothes, but I definitely do this. So this is Dito. So it's kind of like a cousin of like the shiso, We have another perilla as well. So you kind of want to add a little herbaceous. You can add cilantro. You can pretty much any kind of herbs you like, but herbs are definitely important, not just lettuces.
So you're showing us how you assemble and plate at this point. We'll start with you for sure.
Yeah. And then here's your instant banhai. It comes like this. And you don't have to rinse this in a way like when you make vermicelli noodles the old school way, not even old, but you have to it gets really starchy. This kind of takes all the starch out of it already. It's pretty much already cooked, and then they dehydrated it, so you just have to refresh it in hot water. It's amazing. It's great. Like I really have an eye for I wanted to make this for like busy folks. If you're single, if you're cooking for one other person or for other people, like, I want you to have good food, but then it doesn't have to like kill you at the same time. So
Okay.
this is like a 30-second plunge in hot water.
Perfect.
So you're gonna put this here.
Yep.
Okay, and then you're gonna add your nukjam hack marinated daikon and carrots.
Yep.
Okay, and then you're gonna once the my hands are pretty crazy, so but yeah, so you just gonna
Your
break this
Teflon
up.
fingers with the fried food.
I mean, I don't have a lot of chefs have like crazy ass, but here. So
let's look at this. Let's look at the cross section. Oh my God.
So you're just gonna like this, and I'll roll this one up. So here's the trick to rolling. Yep. So you want everything kind of like this way. You don't want it like oval, because you're trying to. So you want to align your lettuces to go this way.
Yep.
So the more lined up, you kind of be kind of anal retentive about it, and you line it up, and you kind of got to give it tension.
Yeah, nice and tight. Nice and tight. There it is.
And what I like this presentation a lot more, but like if you don't know how to roll, you're gonna mess up with like, oh, this kind of split.
We'll pretend we didn't see that. Look at that. I see.
So
with the little
I'm okay with my split spring roll.
Great. Diep, you know what? While you go to finishing touches on the plate, let's see Jess pull together their duck noodle soup before we head to the finishing touches. Here we go. Jess, let's see it.
All right, so we're ready to slice the duck. I wish you hear that.
Ooh, you hear that? Look at that crisp. Ugh, I live for a crisp skin.
Ting, ting, ting. Yep.
Yep.
All right, so because it's so crispy on the top, I'm gonna flip this over to do nice thin slices.
Smart, safety first.
All right.
Like maybe quarter inch, half an inch, quarter inch. Look at these thin.
I feel like maybe like an eighth of an inch.
An
if
inch?
you can.
Okay.
If you can.
Listen, knife
so
skills.
It's easier to eat,
Mm-hmm.
All right. And cut that up.
Yep.
Try not to cut my fingers on camera.
Yeah, let's not do that.
All right, now we're just gonna flip that over. Look at
Oh
that.
my God.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Oh my
cool.
God.
So for the plate up.
I need to eat a lumpia while I do
For
this.
the plate up, we'll take some of the fideuà noodles that we've cooked. It's okay if it's room temp. The broth will heat it up really quickly because they're so thin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, nice portion here.
So it might be room temp, but it's okay.
A little bit more here. It's all good. Now we're gonna take this really hot duck broth and just kind of pour it over.
Oh my God, I just want to bathe in that right now. Look at that.
Like, you don't even need to use a chopstick or a fork. You just take your spoon and just gulp it down.
Mm-hmm.
A bit more. Right here. All right, and now we're gonna do the toppings. We have that ooey gooey duck egg right here.
Oh, I love a duck egg.
Here.
So beautiful. I love how it floats.
Some shiitake mushrooms.
Some shiitake mushrooms. These are all cooked.
So the shiitake mushrooms are slightly cooked, just a little bit. And I have some blanched bean sprouts right here.
Beautiful.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take that bok choy kimchi now.
Yeah.
This is going to really impart a lot more flavor into this broth because of that sofrito.
The sofrito, yeah,
Right.
and the fish
Just take a few
sauce.
slices of the duck. That's a
take-
good portion right there.
Yes,
Put that right on top. Just kind of shingle it for presentation.
we got to shingle it. Let's shingle it.
Shingle. Look at that shingle. And then
Oh
I'm
my
just gonna
God.
finish it off with green, something green. Everybody
Yeah.
needs a little green in their life. Maybe a little
Well,
cilantro or parsley.
Cilantro parsley, we saw that in the finishing touches of the broth earlier.
And boom.
Oh my goodness,
And
Jessica.
if you have an Espelette pepper, that's kind of like a Korean gochugaru. A little
Ooh.
spicy, just a little sprinkle. Sprinkle on the duck.
My bad, Espelette
we
pepper
go.
powder. Okay.
Duck noodle soup.
duck noodle soup, Western fish sauce style, with Chef Jessica Kim of Ramen Station. Oh my goodness, everyone, let's give Jessica a round of applause. Oh my goodness, Jess, let's get the money shot where you hold up a bowl to your face. Let's hold up a bowl to your face to the camera.
Okay.
I mean, can we even just get in there and spoon up a bite? I just want to see it. Can you taste a bite for us? Because I honestly, I can't believe I can't eat that right now. This is so unfair. What is a food host supposed to do if I can't actually eat this food? Tell me.
That is so good.
Tell me everything.
I really wish you guys could taste it.
What's the
It's
flavors?
just umami packed. Oh my god, it's so good. I mean,
look at that.
So it essentially tastes like a pho, but it's made with duck.
Yeah. I want you to on camera to give me the best.
The mushrooms.
Yeah, take that bite, and I want you on camera to give me the best commercial. So good. Bite. I need that. So good
no,
bite.
Stop. Okay.
This is how we end a
Ready?
food show.
All right.
Yeah, there it is.
So good.
Jess, you're the best. Thanks for humoring me.
No, it really is so good.
Thank you so much. We can still see the finished bowl. Now, you know what, Jess? Thank you so much. Let's switch back to Diep for the finishing touches on her plating. I see we have a beautiful plate now with some sauce dippers and a little pyramid of goodness. Tell us what's happening.
I'm sorry. I love the sauce dippers. I love it. Yes, these are my dippers. So this is a peanut sauce, fish sauce based peanut sauce, nukjam, and then here is a ginger nukjam. And you can, I gave recipes so you can make this at home. But if you want to cheat, this is what you do. You just add this, and you add the peanuts. You muddle the peanuts and and the mortar and pesto and the ginger, and it kind of like. If you kind of don't want to fuss, but you want something delicious, this is also something people who think they don't like vegetables. This is something that, it kind of tricks you into thinking you're not eating vegetables, but you are.
100%.
But yeah, I mean, I can eat this all day.
Can we take a look?
When I at the restaurant, because it's a la minute. You can't pre-make this to make it good. So it ruined my life. But now that I know a restaurant, I can enjoy it again.
So before we dig in, can we have the camera go down to see a cross section of our little wraps there? Yes. Oh, I see the protein. I see the pickled carrot and daikon.
Here's the taste made round. When they do that.
We need a full 360. Okay, we're gonna wrap up real soon. So before we do that, I think we need Diep for you to taste it for us because I'm not there to do it.
Okay. All right.
Let's do one dip and the other.
I'm taking one for the team.
Yeah, we got the peanut.
Peanut's really great.
Yeah.
And
then the other one.
Hold my phone, guys. Yeah, it's very different. The aromatics really changes your experience of this. So yeah, I want to encourage people to try both of them.
To include, you want to include the herbs in the different variations. Diep, thank you so much. That was so amazing. We're going to hear more from Advancing Justice before I give the final verdict. Oh, yeah. I get the final verdict, okay? Jess and Diep are quaking in their boots.
Look kind on me.
What I'm going to decide. So let's go back now to Stephanie. Let's hear a little bit more about what we're doing at Advancing Justice. If you haven't donated already, this is your chance. bit.ly/SouthEATS 2020. Stephanie, tell us more, and we're on the home stretch here.
We'd like to talk about legal services. Palmer, do you want to talk a little bit and also introduce the team?
Yes, my name is Palmer Lawrence. I'm the Director of Legal Services. We provide direct representation to low-income individuals in their immigration cases. That means helping people to get released from immigration detention, to stop their deportations, and to help them obtain immigration status in the U.S. We also work with community partners to provide free naturalization clinics to help people who are eligible for citizenship have the support, legal advice, and in-language resources to be able to apply. We have a team of 8 people doing all this work, so I'm going to let folks start introducing themselves. Amy, will you lead us off?
Hi, everybody. I don't know if you can hear, my dog is going a little nuts, but my name is Amy Park and I'm the senior staff attorney.
Hi, my name is Ann Kwak. I'm a immigration staff attorney.
Hey everyone, my name is Berenice Rodriguez and I'm a I predominantly do removal defense. I'm a legal representative.
Oh, sorry. Hi, my name is Carmen Garcia. I am the immigration paralegal.
Sorry, I was muted. My name is Lucero Bello and I'm immigration staff attorney.
Hello, my name is Ramona and I'm a legal assistant, administrative assistant. Glad to be here today.
And I'd also, wait, am I missing someone?
Me. Hi, my name is Sol Ochoa. I'm the legal program coordinator.
Thanks, Sol. I'd also like to have litigation up too. Fee, do you want to kick us off?
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. My name is Fee Nguyen, and I'm the litigation director of Advancing Justice Atlanta. And my team sues the government when they violate people's civil rights. And in particular, we fight to get immigrants out of ICE prisons, and we fight to protect your precious right to vote. Which means if you've been watching the news at all anytime over the last few years, you'll understand why we are exhausted. But we're also so grateful to have the privilege of showing up to work every day to fight for a more equitable world and a more just world, which y'all help make possible. Every time you open your hearts to us and every time you open your wallets to us, you make our work possible, which is a great segue to introducing you to my wonderful team. When I started at Advancing Justice Atlanta in 2017, I was the sole and lonely member of our litigation department. But thanks to your generosity, we have since tripled the size of our team. We are now a big bad department of 3. And so without further ado, I would like you to go ahead and introduce yourselves, Hillary and Abby. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Hillary Lee and I'm a staff attorney with the litigation department. Thanks for being here.
Unmute.
Sorry. Hi guys, happy Saturday. I'm Abby O'Yegan. I'm a voting rights attorney at Advancing Justice Atlanta. Thank you for being here so much. And please, please, please donate. We appreciate everything you can give us. Thank you.
And I want to thank and lift up a couple more teams. One is our fabulous board, and 2 is comms and our administrative staff and our event planner who really made all of this possible. So we'll start first with comms and then we definitely need to go back to Diep. But first,
no, we'll go back to the chefs. We'll go back to the chefs for sure. Like
Yeah.
Jess and Diep need to be ready with the final look-sees at the food
Yes.
because we're going to taste it again.
Oh yeah. Comms, James.
Hi everyone, my name is James. I'm the comms manager at Advancing Justice Atlanta. Thank you all so much for coming and thank you all for making this event happen.
Janae and Crystal.
There's a little Zoom round robin. Unmute, please, Crystal.
Can you hear me now? Great. Hi, everybody. I'm Crystal Smith, the administrative assistant for AAJ Atlanta. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Who's next? Who's next? Let's make this happen.
Janae?
Can you all hear me? My video won't start, but
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Janae Bruce, and I'm the operations director.
And Jen, can you say hi?
Hi, I'm Jen Geckler, and I am an event planner for the Advancing Justice team.
And then I'll have our board say a quick hello. Sanjui Kumar is our board chair, and then all the board members can then just turn on their cameras and say hi. Sanjui?
Come through with the video on. Turn on your video. Board of Directors, it's your time to shine. Let's do it. Board of Directors. Nope, we got some shy Board of Directors, Stephanie. You need to unmute.
I guess so. Okay. Well,
yes.
Maybe we'll come back to them.
Maybe they don't want to be recognized. Maybe they're just like, we're behind the scenes. Okay.
So
we don't want to be on camera.
They're very lovely and very supportive, and so we appreciate them. I thought they wanted to say hi, but that's
fine.
Dan, are you trying to say hi? I feel like maybe Dan's trying to say hi. I don't know. Well, if they come back, I'll let you know. But we can go back.
We're gonna wrap things up. Oh, we got someone. We got someone.
Who?
Unmute.
Oh, Cassandra. Hey.
If you could unmute, you can say something. But that's okay. We don't need to unmute. Oh, there we are. Oh, wait, one more press of the button. There we go.
Thanks to everyone who's here, and thank you for your donation. Glad to be part of this organization and a board member.
See, board members care. They showed up on camera. We got some camera shy board members. Listen, before we wrap, this is our final segment. Michael, there's Michael on camera. Jess, we want to say hi to Jessica and Michael. Michael's been at the camera, sort of managing all of it. What? You did not. You ate it all? How dare you? We need to see it. Let's turn on your audio. We can't hear you at all. Oh, my goodness. Jess, I mean, I get it. Oh, my God.
Almost there.
Okay. All right. Well, good. I need to issue my verdict, and this will be figured into the final decision. Okay. This is very upsetting. All right, Diep. This is it. Thank you so much as well. You and Jess have been just killing it. How do you feel about this? Our fish sauce face off.
Really good. I want to eat that duck noodle soup. So yeah. I have to get myself to Atlanta soon, but I really just want to thank Advancing Justice also for featuring Asian American women, like from the host to the contestants, participants, so I just really want to thank, women in leadership position is important to have, and it brings a well-roundedness to the organizing. And also just want to acknowledge Steph in her just incorporating queers throughout the entire organization. It's super important to me, so yeah, I just have big love for the organization. Thank you to everybody who's donated. I'm wearing a woman-owned Vietnamese clothing company that just
listen. She walks the walk. She walks the talk.
I'm everything. So So,
yes. Well, thank the two of you. You know what? I'd like to issue a verdict. My decision is the winner of the fish sauce face-off is Advancing Justice Atlanta. You're the winners. You're the winners because we're going to benefit you. Did you really think I was gonna choose between the two of you without tasting anything or having any real reason to choose a winner? We don't need a Western model of winner takes all. So I just want to thank Jessica Kim and Diep Tran for participating, making your delicious duck noodle soup and also your delicious shrimp wrap party. Y'all, let's make these recipes. Tag me if you make them and then ship them to me. Can you do that? Anyway, I'm going to sign off. My name is Jenny Yang. Follow me at Jenny Yang TV on Instagram and Twitter. I'm always on there, like nonstop, even when I'm sleeping. You don't know. Okay. Stephanie, I'm going to kick it back to you. It's been a pleasure and an honor to host today. Please donate bit.ly/SouthEATS 2020.
This is great. This has been so entertaining and so wonderful. I really, really, really appreciate everybody. Diep and Jenny, I've known in former lives over the years. I used to work for Diep. Jenny and I used to work at the union together. Jessica, I know your boss, Michael, really well, and is a big supporter of your restaurant. And I'm just so pleased and wonderful. I love that Jenny's eating. This has made me incredibly hungry. Everybody keeps texting me saying that all they want is this food. They're like, I want this food right now. So if you have the chance, please check out, if you're in Atlanta, Michael Lowe's restaurant group, any of the places. They're wonderful. Say hi to Jessica. Say you saw her. Say you know she's famous now. Say hi. When you can travel again safely, please see Diep at the farmer's market. Are you going to be back at the farmer's market? Hollywood?
Okay, when we have the vaccine, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. I think that's so great. And really, please, I got a fundraising update. We raised an extra $5,641.35. Yay! I think actually that means that we made our fundraising goal. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you to the staff. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to our event planner, and a special thanks to Jenny, Diep, and Jessica and Michael. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Please make some food, eat some food, be well, be kind to each other. Have a great day. Thank you.